there. I'm Andrea Chebalou, and I own and operate a Work of Heart studio. And I just wanted to introduce myself and talk a little bit about the Living in Your Journal challenge that I just started. It's running from April 17 through April 30, 2023. And I did this mainly to introduce new people who have been curious about what my Watch, Learn, Play membership is about. Watch, Learn, Play is a mixed media membership that contains now over 250 mini lessons. I love presenting art lessons in short form video. So they are not sped up, but they're just little bitty lessons, about 15 to 20 minutes, no longer, to get you into the creative practice. I want to share with everybody how it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do something creative. So that's what Watch, Learn, Play is about. Lots of mixed media lessons that include art journaling and bookmaking and there's lots of fun things, watercolor, drawing, some really fun things in there. But I also do another program called Under the Influence. And Under the Influence is a quarterly class that you can sign up for. It's 9 weeks out of the quarter. And we're just getting ready to start in May, quarter two, or our second season of 2023. And in Under the Influence, what we do is we feature a different artist every week. So these are artists that I find on Instagram, artists that I follow and admire and love their work. And we're in collaboration with them. So sometimes they actually come on to our calls and hang out, and I get to interview them, and they'll hang out and work right alongside us. But what we do in Under the Influence is we practice noticing. We practice noticing in art what lights us up. Do we love the colors that they use? Do we love the marks that they use? Do we love how much white space they leave? Or alternatively, how much they fill in? And so it's a practice of noticing and then putting that into practice in your own art journal. So as you can imagine, I have art in lots of different journals. I think a lot of us do, if you are into art journaling at all, lots of different journals, but that's not the end of how many books and notebooks and things like that that I would keep. Here's just a small example of what I used to do. Right here is just for little notes. Maybe I use this as a travel journal. Here's for my daily to-do lists. Don't forget about that. Here's, when I'm collaborations with other artists or other projects. Here's a calendar planner that I really loved. And here's morning pages. And this was just a fraction of the stack of journals and books and notepads. And there was always a plethora of sticky notes and things like that around when somebody would give me a recommendation for a book to read or a podcast to listen to. All of that would drive me absolutely crazy because I felt like I was super scattered. So about a year ago, I started what I call living in one journal and one primary journal. So there is an exception to that rule. But what that looked like is this. I had this big pad of paper, and it is 11 by 14. And I would just put everything in there, right? So doodles, drawings, my morning pages, my lists of things to do, wherever my brain went when I sat down to put pen to paper, which is a huge grounding, centering, focusing practice that I do. It is part prayer, part meditation, part just brain dump, right? All of those things end up in my daily creative everything journal. The problem with that, though, love this journal, love the size of it. The problem was it didn't feel super portable. So if I wanted to go out to a coffee shop and just hang out and do some work in my journal, it felt a little bit big. Well, it's big. It's 11 by 14. It's big. And so just this year, actually just this quarter, I transformed that into a much more portable book. It's the same open up. It's still 11 by 14. Right. But having it turned into book form has been really helpful to me. So now I can still do all of my morning pages go in here, my lists go in here, my recommendations go in here. So back to living in your journal, I just really wanted to share this process with people and kind of like what I do in my journal, because it may work for you too. Maybe you're like me and you have things scattered everywhere, and you have all good intentions. We purchased tons of journals. I know I'm not alone in this. I know you're my people. You get it. Purchase tons of different books and things like that, or make books. Love making books. I've got a bunch of them that are all either just started, partially finished, but nothing completely done. And so my challenge to you is through the end of the month of April to pick one, or okay, two, because I'm living in two. Pick a journal and actually live in it and experience the joy of just dumping everything in there. And so this challenge, every day I'm going to give you a different prompt. I don't even know all the prompts I'm going to give you. I'm going to come up to the day and be like, what do I feel like putting in my journal today? Or what do I want to share today? I do have a rough outline. Don't think that I haven't planned it all the way out, but that is what living in your journal is. Along the way, we're going to do a little bit of my under the influence work. So we'll have a couple of art journaling sessions this week and next week. So Tuesday and Wednesday is my regular time for leading those under the influence sessions. They're getting ready to start back up. Q2, like I said, is already open for registration. That starts in May. I will be sharing perhaps some little previews of lessons that are in Watch, Learn, Play. Like today's prompt, I'm actually giving you access to a lesson in there on carving stamps. And so what I hope is at the end, you develop a love of living in one journal. That's my true desire. And if you want to continue on with us and join Watch, Learn, Play, membership is open. And I would love for you to be with us in Watch, Learn, Play and continue to have this community around this sort of practice of dumping everything in a journal and just enjoying the process. So hopefully that answered some of your questions, if you had them. If not, please do email me and ask for more clarification. We have on Mondays, which we have another one coming up next Monday, the 24th, we have open office hour, which is a great time to just hop on. There's no instruction time during that. It's just whatever you're working on, just show up and work on it. If you have any questions, if you want to show us something and tell us about something, it's a great time to do that as well. So hopefully you're signed up to get the emails every day. If you're not seeing the emails come, but you know that you signed up, do check your spam filter, because sometimes that's where they end up. But that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you are with us through the end, and I look forward to seeing you living in your journals. Use the hashtag living in your journal on Instagram so that I can see what you're doing. I'm super excited to see how you like this challenge. All right, see you later.